Eddie Howe joins us now. Is he still complaining about that in the dressing room?
That's the first I heard of it. I was like, oh, good goal for Jacob, and obviously not, but made the big difference to the game. We needed that third goal.
You went straight over to him on the full-time whistle. What pleased you about his performance tonight?
Well, I think when you see how hard he's worked, he's been out injured and he's a huge loss for us, dislocated shoulder. He worked really, really hard to get back, and in just about a week he's played 70 minutes and then a 90 minutes. His professionalism is top draw. He's a very, very good player. We've really missed him. So I was just delighted with how he had looked since coming back, and that's all down to the hard work he's put in.
And this was a huge test tonight coming into this game. What did that performance, that result tell you about where you are and how things were improving at the moment?
Yeah, well, it sort of mixed emotions for me, because I look at that team there tonight and the way we played, and I think that's an elite team. A team that's capable of achieving great things, and sort of the mixed emotion part is that we haven't seen that for a number of weeks, and it's been a really challenging period for us. A number of injuries, the team looks disjointed. Today we look much more like ourselves. We had players that had been injured have come back and had a bit of game time now, and I think that's showing in their performances. So I was really pleased with today.
What was the game plan tonight? And obviously such a difficult place to come. Notoriously you've had a difficult time on the road. Where did it go so right for you?
Well, our game plan was to really be aggressive and to try and stop their rhythm, and I thought we really did that in the first half. And also to use our pace on transitions and in behind, knowing that Aston Villa play quite a high line, so we were looking to try and deliver that, and I thought the players executed it brilliantly. Second half was slightly different once they got the goal, and then nearly a second goal with the offside. We had to adjust our plan, but the players saw the game out really well.
Eddie, I've seen a lot of you this year, the Champions League journey that the club's been on, and you always look very assured. And I have to say, when I saw you today before the game, there was a look of maybe you're not sure what you're going to see. And I don't know whether that is because of some recent performances, but it must have felt great to kind of see your team back where they're supposed to be, playing the way you want them to play.
Yeah, I think when you're in my shoes and you're coaching and managing the team, you want to see a team that's linked to how you want them to play, how you see the game. Most importantly is the spirit and the determination to do well and to execute our best level. And I think that that has been there, but I just think the frustration's been we just looked a little bit off colour. We haven't looked fluent for reasons that sometimes have been beyond the players' control. But today, I saw the team, I saw the identity that we're looking for.
And also, me and Crouchy sat just below the away fans today, and Lindsay, just watching the game. They didn't stop, did they? They were absolutely, electric. The support they gave the team. I mean, how important are they, I suppose, in these moments for yourself?
Well, I think, when the team's not getting the results that everyone wants connected with Newcastle, it's very easy for the supporters to change and to make the environment harder for the players. I have to say, all through this run that we've been on, they've never done that, home or away. We go back to Fulham in the FA Cup recently. I mean, what an atmosphere that was created by them. And today, I know that there's no public transport back home to Newcastle. But they've come in their numbers, and hopefully we've made that trip worthwhile for them.
Eddie, Fabian shared the match winner tonight. Do you ever think about sticking him up front?
Probably, if you did, he'd probably score goals, because he's that kind of player. He's technically so gifted for a centre-back. He does the unexpected. Great to see him back on the score sheet today, because he is a goal scorer. He's been a bit quiet of late, but that's not your traditional centre-half finish. But his all-round game today was very good. Along with Sven, I thought they were back to their very best as a pairing. And with Dan Burn and Kieran in the full-back positions, I thought they were very strong too. So it was a good defensive performance, which we knew it had to be against a high-quality Aston Villa team.
Just while we're singling players out, Anthony Gordon just feels like he's blossoming game by game. Just looks like he's enjoying himself with playing with such freedom and confidence. How happy have you been with him? Yeah,
really happy. I think a lot of improvement this season, throughout the season, from him. I think today he was electric with his pace, gave them real problems, and he's turned into a goal scorer for us, a goal assister. I'm delighted with his all-round contribution, and then he moved to the number 9 role when Alex unfortunately had to come off, and did really well there too.
Eddie, the team now moved from 10th up to 7th in the table. I know you talked before about that gap not being too big, and a run that you could go on can get you right back up there. Do you feel like that's the perfect springboard now to do that? It
is, but we know the Premier League. We now have some tough games in different ways. We know every game is so tough. So yes, of course, we hope to use this as a springboard to get back to our very best levels consistently. Home or away, we want to be the same team. Really, the disappointment today is Alex, but hopefully with players coming back not too far away, hopefully that won't knock us too much.
Yeah, it's Luton next. I don't know if you've seen the other scores. They beat Brighton 4-0 tonight. Luton and Forest, they're 2 games I'm sure you're going to go into wanting to put things right from the previous meetings.
Yeah, but they're 2 really difficult games. Luton, as we know, and we found to our cost at Kenilworth Road, a really tough team to play against, and that will be no different at St James's Park. And Nottingham Forest, new manager, they've done really well lately too. So we don't underestimate anybody, but we know if we perform at that level, then we can beat anybody.
And can I just ask you an update on Alexander Isak? Because you've talked about getting players back, how much that's helping you. Then you go and lose him tonight. How is he? What's going on?
Yeah, we don't really know. I mean, it doesn't look too serious. Looks like a slight groin issue. But fingers crossed we're getting back quickly.
And finally, the inevitable question, it has to be a couple of days of the transfer window. Miguel Almiron in action tonight. No Lascelles involved. Can we expect any outgoings?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so at this late stage. I think I'd be more than happy for the window to shut with no ins or outs.
Eddie, thank you very much. Well done tonight.
Thanks very much, everybody. Thanks, Jermaine.
Cheers,
Cheers,
well
Peter.
done.
Cheers, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.